And Thursday night, it was Falcons, Bucs, NFC South. This game was kind of slow in the beginning, but then like you just because like you see the final score 36-30. It wasn't really. It was a well paced game. I thought that like the Falcons they scored first. I was like, okay. Bucks answer. Mike Evans. Okay. 100 career touchdown. Congrats. No, tomorrow it's fuck Mike Evans. But for today, congratulations. And then young Way Cool missed. He missed like two kicks. Kick got blocked. He was going through it. Not gonna lie. Do I pick him up off of waivers on fantasy? Absolutely, for sure. Then Kirko he was dealing the whole game, and if they had lost, it would have been like a big like calorie game because you got 500 yards. Like you have the franchise record as an Atlanta Falcon, and a losing effort is nuts. But then a career high too. It was a great game by him. Like he and literally this was the vision for everyone who is an Atlanta Falcons fan. Oh, we got Kirko Cousins. He's one to distribute around everybody. Kyle Pitts had one of his best games as a Falcon. Jake London killed it. Freaking Darnell Mooney, who's proven to be one of the best free agent signings, he killed it. Cordell Hodge, he didn't get a lot of the touches, but when he got the touches, he did great, and he got the game-winning touchdown. So everyone, the wealth was being spreaded. He was dealing. Baker, I guess they played more conservative because they had the lead. I would have loved for him to throw it a little bit more. One for the parlay. A lot of people had him for 200 yards, and he only had like 180. Two, you got especially in division, those games matter more than just any interconference, out of conference game. So if you have opportunities to put foot on neck, you do it with no hesitation. So defense was not played at all. So if he was looking for like which I appreciated because all of the games like prior, like Patriots and Jets was a snooze fest. Bills and Dolphins was a snooze fest. Like it was eh. So now it was this game. So now the expectation is like every game is gonna be like this. Where probably not, but we'll see. But this game was great. I thought this game was great. I thought the right team won, and now it's like everyone's like kind of even out. The Saints unfortunately lost, but there's like no one's like leading the charge yet. Everyone's still within the same. What is the three contenders are still relatively in the same bracket, kind of.
Yeah, 100% agree with everything you said. My big takeaway is like just like you mentioned, the the Bucks got way too conservative. They were able to move the ball. Atlanta's defense is leaving a lot to be desired. You would think that all of their free agency, oh my God, they got Justin Simmons, they got Matthew Judon, they still have AJ Terrell, and like that secondary. So Jesse Bates as well, one of the best safeties in the game. It's it's a lot of bend and breaking at the same time. Like Mike Evans had two of them things. Chris Godwin has some good yards. What surprised me most about the Bucks was their ability to run the ball effectively, but not really because like Bucky Irving, he should be the number one running back in the Bucks.
Mhm.
Bucky Irving Bucks. Besides the name, this dude had I think he had like 34 yards rushing, right? Only on like two carries. Everything else is quick dump offs to him. Imagine if you keep feeding him and keep getting him involved in the run game. Obviously, not next week because he played the Saints, so fuck him. But going forward after the Saints game, you definitely should like, yo, I keep like lock in type shit. Um, this game was fun. This game was one of those like, oh, Thursday football division matchups should be fun. Should definitely be fun like this, and not a snooze fest like Cowboys Giants. I'm sorry, yo. I'm on vacation and I was napping and I came out the show and I'm still tired, but it is what it is. We rally. But my big concern, can both of these teams, Atlanta specifically with their offense, was this an exception or a trend? Like last week, they didn't score an offensive touchdown. This week, they scored what? How much? 36? They missed field goals, of course. I think 4 touchdowns, 4 or 5 touchdowns ish. And it's like, okay, what can they? Can this be a consistent thing? Moving the ball down the field. Kirko looked comfortable. He looked good, and then I don't know if that's a situation where the Bucs secondary is depleted to shit, and that's why Kirko went off. NFL is a topsy turvy league when anything can happen. Some teams continue to ride a momentum. We'll talk about one of them soon. Others have to adapt. So I'm excited for both of these teams. Yes, they're both 3-2, which is perfect. I needed them both to come down to earth, bring us back, come back. But more importantly, Baker Mayfield has been dealing lately. Obviously, I want him to be like shit next week, but the league is good when there's a lot of so like decent to good to great teams. Like when there's a lot of those teams and they all have to face each other, especially all in the same division. Like for the longest time, why was the NFC West considered one of the best divisions? Right, because 3 of those teams were phenomenal. Now, not so much. The AFC North for years have always been considered the best division because all 4 of those teams any given Sunday can beat any one of the other 4. And that's evident. And we're going to talk about Shabazz's Ravens in a second. But good game, great game. And hopefully the momentum continues in the next couple of weeks, especially next week with Seattle versus the Niners.